Hi, I'm Megnog, and today we're gonna make my version of chicken cordon bleu. First thing you'll need are 3 bowls. These are going to be for dredging, so the wider the bowl, the better, because you're actually going to take your chicken and dunk it in. For breadcrumbs, you could use panko crumbs, but for me, I like good old-fashioned crackers because they just taste really good, and it's kind of cheaper because I don't always use breadcrumbs in all of my recipes, but I eat crackers all the time. In order to use the crackers properly, they must be in breadcrumb form, so I have my meat tenderizer here, and here we go. This recipe is a really great way to reduce stress as well. Highly recommend any angry people to utilize this recipe, both for deliciousness and for just some self-therapy. For me, I use 2 sleeves of crackers. I may end up needing to crush more. And as you are dredging your chicken, you're gonna find that it starts to stick together a little bit. So take out some of your crackers, your cracker crumbs or your breadcrumbs, and just set it aside for later. Whoops, try not to spill it all over the place like I did. Set that aside because as this gets kind of goopy, you may actually end up losing some breadcrumbs, but it'll be okay because you have some saved. I've affixed the camera to my, I don't even remember what it's called, like the lights over my island. So this is fun. Hopefully it doesn't turn out crooked. I have 4 pieces of chicken breast. I have trimmed the fat, and now I'm going to cut it so that it is a little bit thinner, especially at this top part where it's really thick. So that way we can actually put things inside of it, because that's what chicken cordon bleu is. So the best way, you put your hand on top and sort of cut into the side. Open it up. This is not an exact science at all. It is okay if it comes out kind of uneven. Gordon Ramsay would be ashamed of me because I put a hole in it. Okay, I'll admit I am not super good at that, so I'm sorry if that was painful to watch. Deal with it. Okay, so now that your chicken is sliced open, the problem is that it's still really uneven. That is what our meat tenderizer is for. You can use your hand to kind of feel where the thick parts are, and then just smash those out until they're a little bit thinner. You don't want to pulverize your meat, like don't kill it. It's already dead. Okay, once again, this doesn't have to be perfect, but the idea is that it will cook evenly once you roll it up with something inside of it. So that's a pretty even piece of chicken. I'm confident that I'm not gonna burn one end of it and then have the other end of it be raw. You now have everything you need to start the dredging process. Over here we also have ham and provolone. I just buy these prepackaged sliced because I'm cheap, but also because it's gonna taste awesome no matter what, and also toothpicks. So I'm actually doing a dinner party for 5 people, so I actually cut my chicken breast in half one more time so that I'm going to end up with 8 different cordon bleus here. So let's start the dredging process right now. Okay, so just a note about this really shameful one with a big hole in it. I'm gonna make sure that this is not the one that I choose to check when I'm checking for doneness, or like when I'm temping the meat. I'm gonna make sure that I don't pick this one because it's thin, it's uneven, it's got that hole in it. So I'm also not gonna serve that one to the guests. I'll probably make that my husband's chicken. Haha. Like I said before, I'm cooking this for a dinner party. The dinner party is actually tomorrow. So I'm going to wrap up those ones and I'm going to put them away for tomorrow. I'm gonna cook this one right now for you guys so that you can see exactly what it looks like when it's done. And good thing I did not preheat my oven. Boo. Please preheat your oven to about 400 degrees. Anywhere between 350 and 400 degrees would be fine. Preheat your oven, kids. I forgot that I broke my meat thermometer a while back by leaving it in the oven with some meat, and not all meat thermometers are made to do that, so be careful. But I highly recommend using a meat thermometer whenever possible. In this case, I put the chicken in for about 20 minutes. It's only one piece, it's not that thick, and I'm gonna check on it in 20 minutes. And I'm just gonna have to cut into it to see if it's done. With chicken, the rule is 165 degrees Fahrenheit. If you cut into it, the juices should be clear. Obviously the meat should be white. It's gonna be a little harder for this since this is a breaded chicken, so the bread is really soaking up all of the juices that are there. But we'll be okay, we're just gonna eyeball it. Even if you forget to preheat your oven, remember to turn it off. Let's try this. A nice little curly Q there. That's really good. Yep. Tastes like it does when I make it. One way to spruce up this dish is to add Parmesan cheese. You can mix it into your breadcrumb filling, or you can just sprinkle it on top after it's done. You can also add parsley, that'll give it a little bit of color and make it just seem extra special and fancy to your guests or to yourself. if maybe you're just using this as a treat yourself recipe. Thank you for watching. If you have your own recipe for chicken cordon bleu that you would like to share with me, please let me know down in the comments. And thanks so much for tuning in. Have a good one. A good one? Who says that? Okay, so let's try this out.